afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. Henry Cavill and Tyler Hoechlin give David Corenswet their Superman blessing. Now, Tyler Hoechlin, it was the Superman star that played in the CW's Arrowverse. Well, it wasn't really an Arrowverse. It was called Superman and Lois. And he portrayed as Clark Kent and Superman, and he did a fantastic job in his case. And then you have Henry Cavill, who is in the Snyderverse, and he starred as Superman, and he was in Superman, Man of Steel, he was in Batman v Superman, and he was in the Justice League movie. The regular Justice League movie with Joss Whedon and the Snyderverse cut of Justice League. And a lot of us fans really wanted Henry Cavill to come back as Superman because he really played a good part. But, of course, they give it to David Corenswet. So they, too, gave him their blessing. And very good indeed. So let me show you a video of how supportive they were. So here we go, right here.
I had the pleasure of exchanging letters with two previous Supermans, Henry Cavill and Tyler Hoechlin. Both of them, interestingly, sort of said in their own words, I'm not going to try to give you any tips. And I think that's a very Superman thing. Superman's not so much for giving advice or dictating how other people should be. They really just conveyed to me an encouragement and a sense of, have fun with it, which I think is Superman's way of doing it too. They were very encouraging, and we had a lovely exchange, and I'm excited to meet them one day. It'll be great when we can all get in a room together.
Now, for David Corenswet, he's going to be starring as Superman that comes out on June 11th on Friday, but there is a sneak peek coming out next Tuesday that I will be watching. I will go and watch that movie. So I do hope, I really hope this movie is good. However, I've seen the marketing of this, and the video clips that they have showed us so far is not great. The articles that I've read so far is not great. I am still hoping for this movie. I am still hoping that this movie will be successful. So we have videos, two that are from David Corenswet, who did an interview of what it means to be in this character and everything and all. And also, we got one that James Gunn has been backlashed because of a certain issue that he brought up, and it's not looking good. So let's take a read at it, and you guys let me know what you guys think. So let's start with this one right here.
And the reality is that when he doesn't have to be Superman.
Oh, never mind. This is not the one. This is not it. My bad. We're going to go to this one right here.
What does the character mean to you?
Well, the way I hear that question is, what does the character mean to me in my life? And what it means to me in my life and as an actor is a role where I can honestly say, and I did ask myself this question, if this is the only role that I get to play for the rest of my life. And when I say the rest of my life, I don't mean that I'm playing it for the rest of my life. I'm saying I get to do this movie, maybe I get to do another movie, and then I don't get to play another role in my life. Would I do it? And the answer is yes. And I think I've probably stolen that from Christopher Reeve in one of the interviews that he gave. Because especially back then, there was a feeling of if you're going to play this guy, you might not get to play other parts because people aren't going to be able to see you as anything other than Superman. Where now I think people see it a little more as a launching pad for all sorts of other possibilities. But you have to, when you take a role that's going to be this visible and this iconic, even just visually iconic, and it's your face and the underwear, and I wanted to be prepared for the possibility that it wouldn't lead to a bunch of other things. That this would be the thing, and I felt really lucky that when I asked myself that question, the answer came back. Yep, somebody's got to play this part, and if you're the person to play it and you give up everything else to do it, it would be worth doing.
He made a good speech on that, bro, and I like that, bro. I mean, he is a guy that just wants to hope that he does well in the role and that people will support that role. And I will say this. He did also star in the movie Twisters with Glenn Powell and everything, and he played a good role in his part. But like I said, dude, I mean, I believe he's gonna do great as Superman in the future. But the problem is, Bo, the problem with this is that James Gunn is behind the cape. And he has a way of controlling things because it's all about James Gunn this, James Gunn that. Because articles that I've read and everything, it's been targeting mostly of what happened to James Gunn and everything, and he's pushing it into this movie, man. And I don't like that, bro. Especially when Superman's going rageful in the scenes and everything, and I just don't like to see that, bro. I don't like to see that. That's my opinion of it. But I'm hoping this movie's good. But here's one small thing that what bothered me a lot in others. So here we go.
And the reality is that when he doesn't have to be Superman, when he doesn't have to be this calm, reassuring presence to the public, when he doesn't have to symbolize safety and security and truth and justice and all those good things.
Superman represents truth, justice, and the American way. He had a hard time saying it. He didn't want to say it. Because it's not on him. It's not on David. This is on James Gunn.
What is the character?
So this
mean?
is something that I don't like, bro. Now he's discussing it because during the interview that he made that Clark and Lois were doing during the Superman thing, and it's just normally in an interview, Superman takes control of that interview with Lois in Superman the movie, and then also with Man of Steel and everything. And he talks normal with Lois, especially in Batman v Superman. So I don't know why James Gunn is pushing this direction of him being frustrated and all that. But that's my opinion on it. So here is the issue that a lot of people are upset about because James Gunn, he has marked himself as a racist. Why? I do not know, but he really put himself out there on that. So
Never what
here we go.
Every once in a while there'll be somebody who'll say something. It's always the weirdest stuff. It's never what you expect. Some weird thing. I go, God, that guy, I'm gonna, and then I go, I think I might be getting upset about something a 12-year-old in India is saying. You know what I mean? I'm like, let it. Every once in a while.
So if that's the thing, why did you put the scene India in there? Sometimes I wish James Gunn could just keep his mouth shut, bro. I just wish he could, because sometimes, bro, if he keeps talking and keeps screaming out and everything, he's gonna get himself into deep trouble, bro. And he just put himself in that position right now. Not the fans, him. He said those words. Not me, not Geeks and Gamers, not Neurotic, not Clownfish, not Overlord DVD. Nobody said it. He said it. Again, one more time.
There'll be somebody who'll say something. It's always the weirdest stuff. It's never what you expect. Some weird thing. I go, God, that guy, I'm gonna, and then I go, I think I might be getting upset about something a 12-year-old in India is saying. You know what I mean? I'm like, let it.
So it's like I said, dude. Do I got the right to be worried about this movie? Yes, I got every right to be worried about it. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. Please let me be wrong about this movie, bro. Please let me be wrong. Because the problem is, bro, and I will say this, James Gunn, I love him when he did Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked the Suicide Squad movie he did. I even liked the Peacemaker show that he did. But the problem is, bro, Superman is not a goofy movie. he's not supposed to be goofy. He's supposed to be a guy that wants to believe in the truth, justice, the American way, and he cares about helping people, man. Now, I know he does his part in the movie, and then not only that, they want to try to make social media a weapon. Why? We don't need that in entertainment. There are many ways to try to destroy Superman, but social media should not be one of them. But let's see what this does. So, please let me be wrong about this. All right, so that's going to be it for this article. So please, by all means, please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.